Hi everyone, I'm Sloane Taylor and welcome to What's Cooking Wednesday. Today we're going to work with an old Chinese recipe that we're going to modernize just a tad. So we're going to make boiled chicken, and you go, ugh, boiled chicken? You're gonna love this. So we have one chicken breast. Normally you would use a whole chicken or all the parts of, but I'm making my dinner for tonight. Freshly ground pepper, celery, bay leaf, ground thyme, garlic, and carrots. Now we have water on the stove, a huge pot of water that we are going to let come to a boil, and in the meantime I'm going to tell you a little bit, there's the oven, tell you a little bit more about this recipe. So you just want to break up the celery. You can cut it if you want, but there's no need for that. I've already sliced the garlic because it just makes it easier. And then the carrots, I use the baby carrots. Be careful about using too many. Carrots make a dish sweet. You don't want this sweet. So now we're going to stop the video for about 2 seconds in your time, but about 25 seconds in mine, so we can move to the stove and get everything going there, okay? See you in 2 seconds. And here we are. Now, we have our pot of water on the stove, and one of these days I will get a good pot lid. So now, it's heating up, but we want these veggies in here. So there's the celery and the bay, and then we're gonna dump in the carrots, carefully so we don't burn ourselves, meaning me. Here's our chopped garlic, whoop. A little pepper. Now, you ever wonder why when you go to a fine dining restaurant and the server holds the pepper up like this instead of like this to your food? Reason being, covers a larger area, and that's what you want to do whenever you use ground pepper. Now we need a little bit of thyme, and don't worry, this whole recipe is at the end of the video and you'll have plenty of time to copy it down. So now we sprinkle that in, and we have to allow this to come to a good rolling boil. So we'll put the lid on and check it out in a few seconds. Now, as you can see, our water's boiling, so we're going to put in our chicken. It's a shame that this doesn't have smell-o-vision, because the aroma coming off the pot is just awesome. Now we put in the piece of chicken, and you'll see it's still boiling a little bit. When this water stops boiling, we're going to take the chicken out and put it on this plate. No, it's not done. You can't eat it. Okay. That's probably as slow as it's going to get. So we take it out, and what we've done here is we've sealed the meat to keep the juices, and see how white it is? Almost makes you think it is cooked. Okay, and that's pepper and thyme on there, those little flakes that you see. So we take that out, we cover the pot again, let it come back to a boil so we can turn it up a tad. And then this will only take a moment or two. When it comes back to the boil, we put the chicken back in. See? Just a moment or two. Now we put the chicken back in. Cover the pot. See, it's boiling again, still boiling. Cover the pot, shut it off, and come back in an hour and 15 minutes, and we're going to have done chicken. So now, since you are not going to want to look at this old blue pot for an hour and 15 minutes, we're going to stop the video and pick it up a little later this afternoon. See you in a bit. Bye. Welcome back. Well, our hour and 15 minutes is done. So now we're going to take out our lovely piece of chicken. See how it's steaming? It stays warm a long time. And We'll scoop aside these things, these veggies, and get our chicken breast out. Now, I would suggest you let it cool for a while before you cut it, but we really don't have that much time now because you only want to see so many white spots in a video, right? So we're going to move it to here, and we're going to cut off this piece, and then we'll do, there we go, cut it that way. You see how nice and tender that is? I mean, you're talking about fine, fine eating. You can use this dish for chicken tetrazzini, which is in my first cookbook. You can use it for chicken salad, which is in my second cookbook. And you can use it for chicken and dumplings, again, the first cookbook. So there's a lot of ways to do it. Personally, I also make this for myself on the nights when Studs is away at meetings, and I serve it with tomato and, see? Now, I serve it with tomato and a little bit of herbed mayo, where you just take some mayonnaise, add a little basil to it, very little, and then stir it up. Spread it onto the chicken or dip the chicken into it, and it's perfect. So now, my friends, we're going to serve this up for you, and we'll be right back. Here we have our finished product. As you can see, the chicken is still warm, so it makes a lovely meal that way. Add a little sliced avocado with balsamic vinegar drizzled over the avocado and the tomato. I put a little basil into the mayo so that it will flavor the chicken all the more. At the end of this video, you will see the recipe with more ideas to use the chicken in. And until then, may you spend every day of your life with laughter, good friends, and seated around a well-laden table. Bye. See you next week.